To our adventurer series for today, the idea of a cashlight economy is still a new phenomenon, especially in Kenya's public transport sector, with most commuters still paying their fare in cash. Nevertheless, this new wave of digital money is still able to support entrepreneurs who hope that full implementation of the cashlight systems will see them recoup their investments. On this week's adventurer, Charles Kitonge speaks to Ngale, founder and general manager of Fibre Space, the company behind the My 1963 card, on what it will take to be profitable in the sector.
The public transport sector is one of the areas where cashlight methods of payments are being applied, though they are yet to take full effect. This week on The Adventurer, we meet the general manager of Fibre Space Limited, the brains behind the My 1963 card.
Well, my name is Ngale. I run Fibre Space Limited. Well, Fibre Space is in the prepayments process business. What we do is basically come up with concepts that assist the public and corporates make life easier when it comes to payments.
One of your biggest projects is the My 1963 card. Just tell us how you went about putting together that project.
The idea of 1963 for us was pretty novice at the time. We knew there was Beba Pay at the time. I remember, I think I also had a card. We looked at it at that particular time and we felt it was not something that was hard to do. So we quickly, got a terminal. A terminal is actually what we use. And we then, of course, also went ahead and got, I think, about 10 cards to actually start with. And we tasked ourselves to have a product by the end of 1 week. We say that we want people to feel that they have the independence to produce it and also earn points and mileage on the card. I remember 1963 just came up and we said, okay, why don't we call our card 1963? Our investment in this was one terminal, which cost about 25,000 shillings, and 10 cards, which cost about 1,000 shillings at the time. So, together, of course, we were able to put in about 27,000 shillings to actually start the brand 1963. The uptake in the month of February was very high. Actually, for us, the uptake has been high from the month of December. So December, January, February, we had a lot of uptake. But from March, the uptake has actually gone down. In terms of numbers, we as Fibre Space and Safaricom have about 180,000 cards out there. Active cards are about 70,000 countrywide, which actually tells you it's a very, very small number. Very, very small.
One of the challenges that consumers are facing with these cards is that they are not interoperable. Maybe you can tell us what you're doing towards that end.
All the service providers, all of them, all the cashlight service providers have actually sat down in a forum, and all of us are working towards ensuring that we are interoperable. The only thing, of course, is probably we would have done it differently, because right now, if you look at the activity on cashlight, it's really gone down. At one point, around January, February, this particular product had provided about 2,000 jobs. Today, we cannot claim to have 2,000 people employed by this particular product. So as a country, we are losing. We're not able to employ people because, of course, we don't have the aspect of enforcement taking place. And so generally then the citizen doesn't care. The Matatu investor really also doesn't push it because for as long as other circles are not using the product, then of course the other circles who we have partnered with will not use the product. So my hope is with time we are going to have enforcement done and cue the enforcement so that investors of the matatu appreciate, so do the passengers.
The digital money revolution is an ongoing agenda between policymakers and players in the financial sector, but it will take innovators and entrepreneurs such as this to keep this dream alive. Charles Gitonga for The Adventurer.